Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can tell by the title, we're talking about, well, Tesla, and is it for everybody? Is it something that, everybody should buy? And although I say, I love my car, I absolutely adore this car, the problem with it is there are some certain types of people that just shouldn't buy this, or for that matter, some of the other cars out on the market today. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. As you can imagine, I do give rise to people. I do have a lot of people asking me questions about these cars, and you know what? Ultimately, I love this car. So I'm kind of biased sometimes, and that's kind of the problem. No matter how much of a non-biased person you want to be, the fact of the matter is you paid for this vehicle. You absolutely loved it, you tested it, and so to some degree you will be biased. In my case, you know what, there's just one of those things that I truly love this car, but there are certain types of people that should not ever get a Tesla. And if you have certain things that drive you up the wall, such as the one I'm going to be talking about, you should probably consider some other options. So let's get right into it. Perfection. Perfection is one of those things that, in a car world, especially with certain types of car guys and car girls, they look for that perfect everything. The truth of the matter is there is no such thing as perfection. Even in some of the highest end vehicles, I have found great deal of problems. Perfection is all in how you view it and how realistic you can be. Teslas by no means are perfect. They do have, little things that are just, they can drive a person crazy if they really focus on it. This particular car, for example, when I bought it, there was nothing wrong with it, and still nothing is wrong with it today. But the cup holders in the armrests make absolutely no sense to me. They don't drive me nuts. I knew it from the first second I sat in the car. I saw it and I said, well, that's weird, but okay. I'm not sure why they did it, but I'm not gonna think about it too much. Why here? It doesn't make sense. I use it for actually other things. I use it as storage rather than, well, putting a cup there. With that said, I do use it for storage, so it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, if you're gonna look for perfection, this may not be the best thing for you. Body panel alignment. You see, I have had, out of every complaint I have had about Tesla, and I've had about, especially from some of the new owners, and I have to admit, majority of them are Model 3 owners more than they were any other, not the Model X as much. I've heard it from Model X, Model S owners as well, but Model 3 owners seem to be the worst at it. I don't know why. You see, they're starting to talk about, well, the paneling. It's not perfectly aligned. And I actually had a gentleman who had a ruler in a car, one of those little rulers you can buy at your Office Depot or whatever you want, And he actually showed me that it's not perfectly aligned. He put it onto the panel and he's like, look, it's off. And the weird part is, this particular gentleman, to me, was really strange because I've seen a lot worse. This was by no means the worst scenario I've seen where the panels don't line up perfectly. This gentleman it wasn't bad. In fact, to the naked eye, I really didn't notice it until he didn't put the ruler on it. See, to me, that's excessive. Look, if you want to go get a Tesla at this moment in time, my opinion to you and my advice to you is the following. Don't overthink this. If you want a Tesla, go buy a Tesla, but accept the flaws, accept the fact that this is a new company, accept the fact that this is a company that is on literally just demolishing the world as far as when it comes to vehicles. They're changing everything about the way we look at vehicles. Are EVs even your best option? I don't know, maybe they are, but there is that one type of person that absolutely drives me up the wall, and this is my last one, so you gotta leave the best for last. All right, here it goes. Well, I thought I'm not gonna have to pay anything to charge my car. Whew, wow, this one is absolutely nuts to me. I don't know where this came from. I have an idea. I think because a few years back, unlimited free supercharging was offered, and when I got my car, I do have unlimited free supercharging as long as I own this vehicle. And I think a lot of people heard about it, but they waited to get the cars, and as of September 2017, that went away. So most people who bought the car afterwards, well, no longer had unlimited free supercharging. What's even stranger to me is that a lot of the people who I talked to that are complaining about this are also the same people that didn't use the referral code while they still could, right? So February 1st of this year was when the referral code went away. At the very least, they could have still used the referral code, take advantage of 6 months of free supercharging, in some cases even as much as 9 months. So they didn't bother doing that. They thought it was a gimmick. Okay. What drives me nuts though is they actually believed that charging your vehicle will be free. And this applies even to people who do have the unlimited free supercharging. In fact, I had a gentleman who really went nuts at one of the places where you have to pay to charge. Well, he plugged in his car and he had to pay for, to charge it. And he caused quite a bit of a stir. He says, well, how come I gotta pay for this? And I tried to explain to him, well, it's not a Tesla supercharger. This is a third party, and you get charged for it. Well, no, my package includes unlimited free supercharging. I said, yes, but that's for Teslas only, a Tesla supercharger. Those kind of people, they if you don't do your research, you jump headfirst into something. This is not something you couldn't have found out. It's just a matter of asking questions. So I asked them, did you know about this? He says, well, yes, they told me I have unlimited free supercharging because, well, I got a referral code. I said, fine, but Tesla supercharging is referring to the Tesla superchargers, not to your house, for example. This is where part 2 comes in. There is somebody who actually is considering taking their car back to Tesla because Tesla will not refund them for their vehicle being charged at home, which costs money, as opposed to them going to a supercharger, which is free. And they have the free unlimited supercharging, but because they charge mostly from home, well, they have to pay their home electric bill, obviously. But they thought that for some reason Tesla's gonna, give them back the money. And I could not understand this. What made it even stranger to me is that this person is only about 6 blocks away from a Tesla supercharger, and on top of it, they rarely ever actually drive around. And I asked them, well, how often do you charge up, even at home? And he says, well, I don't do too much. I do probably around 100K a week. That's 400 kilometers a month. Okay, even with phantom drain, you'll probably charge up about twice. At this point, you have the free supercharging. Go to the supercharger and charge it up, and you're good to go for, in this person's case, for about a week. So if you're this kind of person who is, penny pinching for, charging your car, and you're not willing to do your research and actually understand what it is that you're truly buying, then just don't buy one. This is to me, it drives me up the wall. Anyway, if you are any one of these type of people, just don't buy one. Initially, I did not want to make this video, and the reason I didn't want to make this video is because I didn't want to, talk about some of the people and some of the experiences that I have, because then more or less, I guess a lot of people who would see this video, they would say, okay, well, you're telling the world about what I'm telling you. I would like to point out, I'm not telling anybody here who I'm talking about, and that's done obviously out of respect for the people who I do talk to. So yeah, at the end of the day, if you are one of the people I mentioned in this video, and I know that a lot of the people I talk to end up subscribing to the channel as well, again, I'm not mentioning your name, but keep in mind, Tesla is first and foremost a very, very young company. They are really making a movement to the electric car market, and to the just in general the car market. There's really a big disruption going on. With it being such a young company, there are so many things happening. Ultimately, you cannot expect from this car to have 100% perfection. So with all that said, let me know what kind of interesting comments you've heard. What are some of the comments that can drive you nuts? And if you agree or disagree with me, I want to know, what it is that what's your point, and am I just looking at this the wrong way? With all that said, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your time, taking the time to watch this video. If you got this far, please don't forget to, like, comment, and subscribe. So, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. You know what? Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, and subscribe if you want to see some more videos. Thank you very much. Till next time, drive safe.